I'm doing this video while you're taking a shower. I feel so sneaky.
Happy 20 years. Everyone's turning 20 this year. In the meantime, since you're like one of the first-ish people, let's do a documentary.
So Caitlyn, she's great. I love her a lot. And I know I say I love people a lot, but I really do love Caitlyn.
And wallowing. You might be like, oh my gosh, wallowing's not good. It's just like being on the ground. But no, wallowing, I had never really done that. And then one day I was just on the ground and then I was like, wow, you're really doing it right. I felt like, wow, I had been missing out on this all this time and Caitlyn has been right here doing the occasional wallow, like, sometimes. And it's just like, it was a nice feeling to discover that.
I love hanging out with Caitlyn. She's really fun to hang out with. She can always make me laugh. I love just like watching TV with her, playing games, or just talking, or going shopping, or anything.
What I really love about Caitlyn is that she is always up for something fun, and she is always there with a kind word and good advice when you need it.
My favorite memory with Caitlyn was with the original Megabed. So like when we all just hanged out or hung out around on top of the Megabed and maybe watched a movie. Oh yeah, and like I fell asleep, and I never fall asleep during movies, but I fell asleep during The Emperor's New Groove. So that was a really cozy, nice time. It was sad to see Megabed go that first time.
We had all kinds of adventures during OD, especially with the music editor, where we'd stay up till really late hours and just awkwardly like cuddle on each other while I was low-key trying to steal her from Zamir, but that actually wasn't what's happening. I just like cuddling, and I'm glad she was okay with it, or else it would have been really awkward. And so
it would probably be just thinking back to just like how awkward it was when we first met each other and trying to like be friends and everything. And I'm really grateful that our friendship is no longer anything that's like forced, but the fact that we've just been able to like laugh and joke around together. It's so cool to get to know your sense of humor, and so we've come a long way from you just judging your movie collection with The Notebook. So yeah.
she and I have had great adventures as computer science partners. There's one time where in Fundies 2, they were like, you get to choose your partners, and it doesn't have to be the person standing next to you. And I looked at her and I said, we should be partners at one point. But she took that as, you'll be partners now, which meant we kept Jenny. But I guess that's okay, because it worked out, and we were partners for a very long time because of Snowpocalypse 2015.
Going to Lion King and Annie and like any other play that's been in Boston. Also during Husky Hunt freshman year when we were the smart people and went to do the thing in West G, but we like sort of cheated, but we did really well. That was really fun.
And Gordana, we had the funniest meeting, or the most painful meeting, depending on who you ask. Later, we complained about it with our grilled cheeses from Andrew in Ivy. I've loved getting to know Caitlyn's eating habits and creating Marilyn and the Infinite Veto, and the late night conversation we had about the tenets of Marilynism and how it worked as a religion and the creation of Anti-Marilyn.
So one of my favorite memories about being with Caitlyn is probably last year when we would all just, get together and we all try to fit, like 7 people on the same bed and watch movies, TV, I think even the presidential address or something like that. And I just really like that because we all got together and you helped make that happen.
Caitlin, you are such a great friend, and you are just so amazingly intelligent, and you always just inspire me with how hard you are as like a worker, and just how brilliant you are. And yeah, that just really amazes me so much. And so even though life can be challenging and life can be hard, I have no doubt that you're going to do amazing things in life, and that you are going to accomplish so much.
Being like very logic. Like, if you ever watched The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and they say things like, well, I can't do this because Ricky said this, because Amy did that, but if Amy hadn't done that, Ricky still might have said this, and so it's still likely that I wouldn't still do this. Like, they would say those things out loud, and it would be annoying because it's like, I'm watching TV, I don't need to hear you say this like in a boring way. But in real life, when you are like all logical like that, and like, wow, that's a good quality, and it's good to have supportive people around you who have that kind of mindset.
She's honest, straightforward, kind, funny. She's just a really amazing friend to be around.
Yeah, she's really great. She's one of those people where most of my experiences with her are fairly CS oriented or work oriented. And even though I'll like playfully berate her, be like, why haven't you made friends at work or made other friends in CS that aren't me and kind of Jenny, I'm really glad that she's at least my friend and part of our friend group. And I believe that it's not necessary to necessarily have a bunch of friends or be able to make friends like at the drop of a hat. But I think it's more important to have a good set of friends. And I feel like Caitlin is a very good component of that nice set of friends we have in our friend group. So yeah.
All the food. I am definitely very guilty of taking a lot of food from Caitlin, and if I was being charged for it, I don't even want to know what the bill would be. But I think sharing is a very good way of showing friendship, and so I thank you for all that. And if there's any time that I can share with you and give things back, just let me know. Thanks.
Caitlin is always willing to go with me to any show that comes to Boston, which is really exciting. And she shares her candy with us, which is really nice. And she cooks dinner and lets me eat it, which is really nice also. And she lets us use her computer, which is nice. But yeah, mostly willing to come to shows with me.
Okay, this might be a little silly. I was going to say something about chunks, but then I realized it didn't really make sense. But the metaphor about Caitlin would be, Caitlin is like a chewy gobstopper, if you've ever had those. Not the hard gobstoppers that don't have a soft inside, but the chewy one that is hard but then does have a soft inside. Or a Now and Later that is the same inside and outside but gets soft. And I hope you're not like, oh my gosh, what are you saying? I'm a cold person? No, because gobstoppers are not cold. They're not hot, because if you get, they got hot, they would like melt all in your pocket, and that's gross. But, and I hope that the gobstopper being hard on the outside and soft on the inside isn't a chunk, but if it is, maybe you can change it to Now and Later. Or any other candy. Yeah, you know what? Candy's such a great idea. Caitlin is a candy, but not like Smarties. But like a gobstopper or Now and Later. And it's like, because of your directness on the outside, or just in general, but then you're like blanket neat soft on the inside.
I guess if I had to come up with a metaphor for you, Caitlin, I guess I would say that you are the extra cheese to our apartment's pizza. You are hot and melty, but you hold us all together and make life more interesting and delicious at no extra charge. Yeah.
Caitlin is like the color purple because she has so many sides to her. There's lavender, which is her very calm, stoic side. There is a deep lavender, which shows her passion for many things. And there is the bright purples, which show her energetic personality when it comes to fun things and adventures.
Or the controlling ex-boyfriend.
So even though we may not agree on like food choices, or maybe what era of Fall Out Boy was better, she's really great, and I hope she has a really great birthday and enjoys a big 2-0.
Happy birthday, Caitlin.
Happy birthday! And to celebrate your birth, we're gonna have so much fun video.
Anyway, I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope that you have had an amazing day.